Hello, this is Phyllis Wilson, and my daily moment today was me thinking about everything that's been going on in the media. And one of the main things that people have been talking about has to deal with open marriages, or not just open marriages, but when you decide that your marriage deserves an opportunity for you and your mate to take a break, to find happiness, or to find whatever you feel you're missing within that relationship and that unity with the other person. First of all, in order to make that decision, it will require two adults to be mature enough to admit that there's a disconnect or something missing within that environment in that relationship. Then it also takes with you saying, yes, let's take this time separate from each other to go find whatever it is that one individual, both individuals, or even mutually you're deciding that we need this in order for us to be better to each other and better together. But keep in mind, does that mean that there are no guidelines in place, that there is no consideration for the other person's feelings? Because whatever that looks like that you're searching for outside of your marriage and outside of your home and outside of that relationship and bond that the two of you supposed to have, could have agreed to have when you said two became one in the presence of God, that particular person who ordained and performed the wedding ceremony, and all your friends and loved ones who acted up as witnesses to the unity of two people becoming one. With that being said, if no guidelines, no boundaries, no understanding was made when you decided to have this open marriage or decided to take a break from each other, then how can you be upset, or how can you fault the other person when they acted as if they were single? Because you both agreed to do just that, act as if you're single. When you do open marriages, or you have open marriages, for those that agree upon that, there has to be some understanding and a clear understanding of what's acceptable and what is not acceptable. Because to truly find your happiness, if that means away from the person that you chose to become one with, there was a disconnect before that happened. Was a disconnect something you were experiencing before the other individual got involved? Was it a disconnect that happened when you and the other person became one, when you got married? Or was it simply just you're bored and you just want to test the waters to make sure that you still have it, whatever your it may be, that makes you feel whole and complete as a man or woman, because there's another person, another individual outside of the one that you married to, that's saying, I see you, I'm attracted to you, and I'm interested in you. If that's what you need to validate, then the problem does not lie within an open marriage, and it does not lie with your mate. It lies within yourself. And it lies within you because there's a disconnect with yourself. So now, in order to find happiness, then that must mean you first and foremost, before anything else, need to tap into who you are with yourself. And there's a disconnect of how you feel about yourself, or you're hiding how you really feel about yourself. And as I shared in an earlier video, you are good enough. You just need to know that. And to involve someone else, how selfish can you possibly be? Because that other person is going to act upon emotion. They're going to act upon your availability to them. And the fact that you are finding yourself while you're allowing them to lose themselves in you. So even with all the boundaries, all the guidelines, all the limitations that you can set, the other individual that you're involving, or the other situation that you're creating while you have this open marriage, while you are actually in a marriage, while you are actually unified with another individual already because you said I do, you're allowing the outside person that you have now brought into your scenario and into that triangle, are allowing them to be open-hearted, open mind, open physically, spiritually, and mentally to whatever you are making or have made yourself available to with them. So it's selfish of you then when you say, guess what? I've decided I'm going to do something else. and you start sending mixed signals. Now you have two individuals outside of yourself that are in limbo, and you have put a hold on their life for times, for months, for weeks, for hours that they will never be able to regain or get back from their life of waiting on you to find your happiness. When your happiness is not involved or entangled in another individual, it's your happiness that needs to shine through from within. So before you start practicing or get involved with, okay, let's set some guidelines and some rules about open marriage or open relationship, really think about what that danger is. And a warning sign or a stop sign should flash before your eyes or in your mind to say, wait a minute, something's not going to go right, or it's not going to go as smooth as I think it's going to be. And if you really do feel that you have to find happiness through someone else, boy, do you have work to do. Because the only person that could truly make you be happy is yourself. And that does not involve another individual getting involved for them to now get their feelings, emotions, and possibly physically become hurt because they have allowed themselves to open up and embrace you more than you have embraced yourself. So until next time, the topic or what I was thinking about was open marriages. Should they really exist? And if so, what would make the two individuals that are in that marriage think that it would be okay? One thing to think about. Until next time, like, share, subscribe, forward the email, the contact information to someone who that this would be beneficial for. Until then, take care of yourself and then each other.